I'm titling this video called Breaking the Barrier in the Language Barrier in the Philippines. There are over 175 languages spoken in the Philippines. The standard form of language is Tagalog. It's a national language used for formal education throughout the country. Tagalog and English are both official languages, and English is commonly used by the government. There are also 19 auxiliary languages. Many I can't pronounce, so I won't even try. The Philippines is one of the most diverse countries in the world, with more than 7,100 islands, depending on low tide or high tide. Joke. The variety of languages has evolved from centuries of immigration, with each country bringing its own language. So that's just a small fraction on that. Now let's talk about dialect. Most people think they know what dialect means, but the meaning is only legally a language when a state has declared it an official medium of communication. Otherwise, it's a dialect. Example of a dialect is Southern American English. It's known as a regional dialect. Dialects can be looser and more fluid in use. So about 100 dialects in the Philippines. So that sounds confusing. Well, it is confusing. There's also another form of communication. It's kind of an inside joke. You have to be here to understand it. It's the head nod. I've lived in the Philippines, 3 areas. When I first got here, I lived in Negros, about halfway up in Pasay, in the province. I lived in the province to immerse myself in the culture of Philippine lifestyle. I had to draw water from the well, had to cook over a fire, had no running water inside, and I only speak English, so I had a translator with me. And the translator said I gave those people a bloody nose, and that's slang for having serious difficulty conversing in English. Next, I lived in Dumaguete. There's enough Western influence there that I didn't have much difficulty without a translator. When I settled in Davao, I found it less westernized, and I had help from a local for a few days to get set up. I traveled through the mountains to the other side of Mindanao. In some areas I was told I shouldn't have been. I didn't have an issue. I was in a rental car, thank goodness, and if it would have broke down, I probably would have had some serious problems in some of the areas I was in. I found a lot of people did not understand me here, and especially in some of the less fortunate neighborhoods. So it's better to have someone that speaks the language, especially some of the taxi drivers. So if you come here alone, you don't have someone that speaks the language, have a GPS. Because many of the taxi drivers don't speak English, and they're not from Davao. Like I mentioned before, Davao is the largest city in the world land-wise, but a GPS will get you where you want to go. Even if they don't speak good English, they understand turn left, turn right. Many of you understand what I mean because you came here to meet that special someone, and they can translate. When I got my license, all the signs were in English, but they were speaking Visayan. I'd taken my helper with me, or I couldn't have got through it. If you're coming here solo, it would be advisable to find someone to help you when you arrive. It would be worth every penny of what you spend until you get established. Philippine people are gentle, kind, and understanding, and don't mind helping you. Well, I hope this didn't scare you. Davao is a good city. It's a safe city. It's just one more thing I thought of. If you could think of more, please leave them in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, have a good day. Have a good one. Be safe. Macau, Kai, Kayo.